Okay, now we will turn to Senior Advisor in the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education, Courtney Ticey. So we've talked about public health supports, we've talked about litigation, we've talked about OCR's enforcement work. Let's now turn to the extensive resources that the Department of Education provides to school districts to create and sustain inclusive and non-discriminatory learning environments.
What I want to say, though, related to the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education is really our office administers billions of dollars of grants. We have over 100 technical assistance centers that we oversee, because our two key functions here really are providing support to states and districts and practitioners and stakeholders and disseminating grant funds. We have several grant opportunities that are related and funding streams that I think are important to highlight. I'd highlight here the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which we've disseminated $1 billion to SEAs through the Stronger Connection grant funds in order for them to provide districts with high needs districts with funding support to provide safe and inclusive learning environments. We've also administered and provided $286 million by way of BSCA to provide recruitment and retention of mental health professionals throughout the country. But it's not just related to the mental health services. We know that Title IV at Part A dollars can be used to provide, to reduce incidents of bullying and harassment. We also know that we can use several sources of funding related to the American Rescue Plan, which a historic amount of money, $122 billion that went towards pre-K through 12th grade courses, pre-K through 12th grade settings, the educational setting. So what we see specifically in the guidance there is that those funds can be used not only for mental health supports, not only to support high quality service providers, but it can also be used on a wide swath of resources related to inclusive and welcoming practices. And the guidance explicitly states that those inclusive practices must include students who are, or should include, students who are LGBTQI+.